Hello guys, I'm back here with another review today. A couple of you have been asking me to do one. This is always gaming oriented, obviously. Well, most of the time it is. Today it is for sure. And today I want to cover the variants of long boxes on the PlayStation. There's three different versions, and I have one of each to show you. Well, obviously I have more than that, but I picked out one of each to show you just differences and variances in each. I'm sure there's more videos like this out there, but I'm going to make my own. So if you guys can appreciate that, great. Let's get started. First of all, I'd like to start out with the jewel case, the large jewel case. What we have here is one of the most basic of the three. This is ESPN Extreme Games, a very, very fun game, even better on two-player. I could probably make a whole review on this another time, but today I'm just going over it. The jewel cases, these are the same things that were used with Sega CD and Sega Saturn, and in early PlayStation games as well. So, as you can see here, these are very, very cheap, and they tend to crack and shatter, and the hinges will break off. It's very rare you'll find one that the hinges are still intact. So having one, and even I have a crack right there in this one, but somehow it's still hold together, and that right itself is a testament. But basically, these jewel cases are just large jewel case versions of the smaller jewel cases that PlayStation later came to adapt. And they look like this inside. They have the plastic booklet right here, so you see it in the door. And the disc is put right in the little tray with the album art behind it. It's really not a whole lot different than a jewel case, like I said. It's just a larger version. And if these things weren't so, fragile, they would be very practical. Because they are nice, but they take up a lot of room, and the fact that if you drop these, they're most likely going to snap off at a hinge, or, just a plastic door will shatter. They're too fragile, and quite frankly, they're not very ergonomic. Just not a great long box, and if you can find one of the other versions, please do, because these are just junk. They're no good, and that's that. So this is the large jewel case variant. This is probably the most common of the three. And some games only came in this version. Some came in many different variants of the long box. Some long boxes have all three different variants. So if you can find them, it's your choice of the lot. But this is the jewel case. Let's get on to the next one. The next one on the list is the cardboard long box. Now these are a lot better. I would have to say these are a lot better than these crappy jewel cases. For many reasons. First of all, these things are much more durable, and the fact that the design of the album, or not the album art, the game art is right on the front of it. It's not like a booklet or anything else, so it can be scratched up easier. And these aren't exactly the most durable cases. They are cardboard. You can crush them, or things of that sort. But if you're not negligent, if you take care of your games, not normally going to happen, and they'll pretty much stand up. This is from 1995, and look, it's barely got a mark on the thing. So that's that. The only problem I have with the cardboard boxes is that they don't really hold the manuals very well. They're always flying out, and they're always all over the place. As you can see, there's nothing holding this manual in there, so it can flop right out at any time. This is just a piece of paper in there I have. But this disc is held in there pretty nicely. I've seen problems where this plastic part holding the disc can come unglued and come right out. It's actually pretty common with these, but you can re-glue them. It's not a big deal. And overall, they're pretty solid inside, apart from the manual flying all over the freaking place. That's one thing I don't like about them. Now, if the manual wasn't so, goofy and it had a little hinge or something to hold it in there, I don't care if it was just a little piece of plastic, just clip it down. That would have been a lot better. But since they don't have that, they are a little bit, you can hear it rattling around inside. It's not a really big deal, but it's not airtight. It's not, very stable. But they are pretty well made for considering it's cardboard. They're pretty hard cardboard, and they're pretty thick and durable. Definitely, you could throw this across the room and nothing would happen to it, compared to something like this where you'd shatter the case into 10 different pieces. So the cardboard is definitely an upgrade from the jewel case, but I still do not think this is what the pinnacle of the PlayStation Longbox came in. It has its ups, it has its downs, just like anything else. But if you can find these, they're worth getting. They're worth getting. I would definitely take it over jewel case, like I said. So this is Twisted Metal, obviously. This came in 2 different versions, and I'll show you the second different version of this in a second. So here's the cardboard, and let's get to the third and final variant of the long boxes. Our third and final, and my most important and most favorite, if you ask me. Most favorite, it's not even a word. My favorite is the plastic molded hard shell cases. Now these are fantastic. These are the best you can get, and the most durable by far. I'll tell you why. These cases right now are so just hard. You can step on these things full force and jump on them, most likely, and they'd still be in one piece. Not saying that you would want to, but I'm saying you probably could. Now the inside is even better, because the way these things are made is they're all molded and they're ridged with different plastic, but they're very easy to take apart as well. So if you want to take them apart, you can. You can remove the CD door, you can do anything you really want to with these, and they will just stay in one piece without cracking. As you see, this is Johnny Bazooka Tone. Now if you haven't heard of this game, I really haven't, I wouldn't be surprised. I kind of picked this one out for its obscurity. But as you can see, even if you remove the disc, I'll take the disc out here, there's nice art behind this. There's great art on the back to back up the claim that these were the superior long boxes, for me at least. And the manual, they tend to have advertisements in the back. So even if you didn't have a manual, you still have something to look at other than some boring, just black background. This particular game, like I said, Johnny Bazooka Tone, is very obscure. I might do a review on this one sometime as well, but it's a great game nonetheless. And it only came in this version of a long box. Now, like I said, Twisted Metal, as this is the cardboard version, this also came in a ridged plastic version. But there's not really a whole lot of difference between them. It's just different variants depending on, you know, the box they had readily available at the time. So these plastic ones only have one big downfall I really have to complain about, and that is the fact that the sticker on the side, tops, and sometimes the, you know, actually both sides of the bottoms, this side, and the tops can often come unglued, and sometimes you have to glue them back down yourself. But there's a very, very, very easy way to do that. I'll tell you exactly how to do it now. You need 2 tools, and you can fix yourself in 2-3 minutes. You need a small pocket knife or a toothpick or whatever, and a glue stick. You take off a nice thin layer, and you put it underneath, and you glue it down. You spread it out like butter, and you put it on. Fix it itself, and it won't be messy. So, that's a little home fix-it tip for your hard plastic long boxes. These are by far the best of 3 long boxes, I would say. Just for the fact they're so durable, they're very well made, very well packaged, and it's just, they are the most aesthetically pleasing PlayStation games that you can see, in my opinion. They trump the jewel cases by a mile. The cardboard is nice, but it doesn't have the durability that this plastic has. So, if you have to pick a long box, guys, if you see different versions, one in plastic and one in the cardboard, or perhaps one in the jewel case and one in plastic, or perhaps one of all 3, who knows, I would say go for the plastic version every time, because you won't be let down, and these molded, ridged cases are much better. Just hands down, they're so much better. So, here's the plastic one last time. Here's your cardboard long box. And finally, here is your jewel case long box. All 3 of them are easily to find, easily available to find for the PlayStation, and games that came in long boxes, I recommend you get the long box original over a jewel case reissue. Like many games later came back out in jewel cases, like Johnny Bazooka Tone is one. Later re-released in CD jewel case. Gex, same way, later in a CD jewel case. So there's different variants out there. Look at your options. Look what is best for you to buy, which is priced the best. And these are the 3 different long boxes for PlayStation. They are, I'd say, more collectible, just by the fact they have that big old PlayStation logo on the side. Each one has it on the side, as you can see. They just look nicer, honestly. So guys, that was the 3 different variants of long boxes in your PlayStation. Hope you liked the video. Maybe I'll do another review pretty soon. I have a lot to talk about, honestly. So, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.